Hey everybody, and welcome back to Vinyl Talk with Tavis. And I'm Tavis. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me ask you a question. Well, first of all, okay, I'm trying to rearrange my living room here, so I'm in this different setup. So that's just the way it goes. Have you ever been to the record shop and the DVD shop called For Your Entertainment? It's called FYE on the marquee. And I believe in a previous video I talked about it. But I decided to make a trip to FYE. Do you all realize the great records that are at FYE? I'm going to say it again. Have you ever been to your local FYE For Your Entertainment? I tell you, I found some wonderful things there. By happenstance, I was taking care of some business. I was getting my my tags renewed for my truck. You know, just doing the normal things that you would do to pay your bills. And I just decided to go to FYE. I walked in and I did my perusing and looking through records, and it was just beautiful. They have such a wide range of albums there. I mean, they have so many kinds of soundtracks. It's mind-boggling. Those of you who love soundtracks, you would love For Your Entertainment. Things that you would never think would be right there for you to buy. Because usually I have to buy those things online, but I was shocked to see it in the store. Man. I don't know how you all feel about it, but for me, it was just phenomenal. But first, let me talk to you about this. On July 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, George Clinton turned 80 years old. He is the founder of the group Funkadelic. Complete funk. Just great music. And when I was going through the used section of For Your Entertainment, I found this. Look at this. This came out in 1979. It's called Uncle Jam Wants You. When I saw this, I freaked out because I've been having such the hardest time trying to find this record, at least at a reasonable price. As I'm filming this video, on eBay, there's a sealed copy of this for about $200. Child, I'm not paying $200. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. But when I saw this, the first thing I had to do was check the vinyl itself, of course. So I looked. Y'all, it is in great condition. Man, it was only $15. Well, $14.95. Rounded up. $15. I told the young boys there, I said, do you realize what y'all have here? I've been looking at this on eBay. I mean, they got these, I think it's like a good or the G for good, VG minus, stuff like that. And people are bidding on it, and it's like horrendous, the price. The prices are horrendous. A sealed copy, $200. This was $15. And it has the hit, Not Just Knee Deep. Do y'all know that song? I have been jamming to this all day long on Warner Brother Records. People, this is an absolute classic. And it was right there for my taking. Look at that. And he is now 80 years old. My God. George Clinton was doing his thing. He did this record when he was about 38, 39, something like that. Man. Not just knee deep, she was only knee deep when she did the freak with me. She did the freak, bum, 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 bum. A bum, bum, bum. She did the freak. I mean, it is such a jam. Do y'all understand what I'm talking about? If you've not heard this, you've been under a rock or you don't know about funk. I mean, man, this is, I cannot express enough how fantastic I feel about this album and how wonderful it sounds. I mean, the static is minimal. And then, you know, the inner grooves of the record, sometimes it can sound distorted. Not this. This sounds good all the way through. I'm so proud. George Clinton, if you're watching, he's probably not. But I tell you, George Clinton, 1979. I used to, I remember that when I would hear this song on the radio, I just did not get enough of it. And this has like the long version. It's like it never ends, just the way I like it. And it features Philip Wynne, or is it Felipe Wynne, who was a soloist for the Spinners. And he branched out, and George Clinton asked him to do this album with him. And his voice is just very prevalent in I think it's two of the songs. One of the songs is Uncle Jam Wants You, or just Uncle Jam, and that features Felipe Wynne, and then Not Just Knee Deep. Every song is the cut. Every song. So proud of that. Y'all, I'm just so thrilled to have that. Then, I saw this on Amazon, and it's in my list to buy, but I saw this and had to get it. The very best of Daryl Hall and John Oates. And I saved the opening of this just for you. And okay, let me tell you a story. So I am on TikTok, and I do, sometimes I do short songs, and I do all types of songs, blues, jazz, R&B, rock and roll, whatever. And so John Oates is on TikTok. He saw one of my videos and he liked it and became a follower. So now we talk back and forth. So I made a TikTok about finding this. Watch. Okay, this TikTok is for John Oates. John, my follower, from Daryl Hall and John Oates, Hall and Oates. I went to a record shop today. It was called For Your Entertainment. It's called FYE. And I found this. Hey, the best, the very best. John, I'm at a drive-thru. I can't wait. Jesus, hold on. I can't wait to play this double LP set. Y'all look at the songs on here. Look. What's my favorite? I got so many. Private eyes, they're watching you. They see your every move. Oh, baby, private eyes, they're watching you. Yes, I made that TikTok. So let's unbox the very best of Daryl Hall and John Oates. It was $29.99, and I think it's worth every penny. It's a double LP set. You can't get no better than Daryl Hall and John Oates in their field of music. I mean, it's soul, rock, pop, and I think that's just an awesome picture of those two. And John Oates is really looking forward to getting back into the touring aspect of his career with Daryl. So hopefully this COVID thing will die down. God, help us, Jesus. Let's look. You all on this? Let's look at the inside, this gatefold. I love that picture there. I love it. I love it. It has Sarah Smile, Rich Girl, It's a Laugh, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Because Your Kiss is on my list. Because your kiss, I can't resist. Because your kiss is what I miss when I turn out the light. You Make My Dreams, Private Eyes is my favorite. I think I Can't Go For That is my favorite. A Man Eater. Oh my God. Y'all need to get this. Look on Amazon. If you don't have a For Your Entertainment or FYE in your local town, locally, get it. It's worth it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. Let's see this. I love it. John Oates has not replied back to my TikTok, but he will. He usually responds back to my text or to my TikToks. Oh, and it's on gray vinyl. I didn't know that. Look at that. Woo! Now, to not make this so long, I'm not going to show you the second one. But killer album. Man. Oh, man. I'm so excited about that. Okay, y'all. Now, I love scary movies. One of the first scary movies that I saw was Cujo. Just one of them, yeah. Jaws, Cujo, Friday the 13th, things like that. Terror Train with Jamie Lee Curtis, Halloween, all those great films from the early 80s, late 70s. I like those films. They seem gritty, grainy, just really scary for me. So I had to get Cujo on DVD. Let me share a quick story. Okay, I don't want this video to be too long, but when I first started teaching, I was teaching in a very hard school. And I had to get the kids, I had to buy in. I had to get the buy-in for the kids. I wanted them to know that I cared for them and I was fun. So, I think I told this story before. But, we were having this downtime and the bell was about to ring, about 15 minutes. And I said, okay, let's clean up, blah, 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 get ready to go home. And the kids wanted me to tell them a scary story. And it was during Halloween time. So I got them all around me and I told them like a quick synopsis about Cujo. There was this dog and this couple moved into a house and the dog was bitten by a bat and it got rabies and got really ill and became mean and vicious and started to really be mean and he held this woman captive. I mean, the kids were just enthralled with the story. And I said, do you know that this is a movie? They were like, what? A movie? I said, yes. Teachers, don't do this, please. But I did. The kids said, well, can we see it? You know what I did? Please don't do this, teachers. I was a young teacher, didn't know any better. I was trying to get the love of the kids on my side because they were so disobedient. And when I was talking about this movie, they just calmed down and they just loved me. So the next day, I bought Cujo and I showed them a few scenes. The kids were like this. Their mouths were open. They were like so enthralled. They were in a trance. And I was playing it in the classroom. What a stupid teacher I was. But I wouldn't take it back because those kids love me today. Now, the thing that happened was that a parent came in my classroom while I was playing the movie. The parent walked in, saw the kids being so attentive, watching the TV screen. And she walked in and looked toward the television, and her mouth dropped. And this is what she said. "Oh my God, I love that movie. I remember watching that movie when I was young." She was not upset at all. The kids clapped when they saw the dogs trying to get the lead character. What's her name? I don't have time to go into that. But as I look back, I would never advocate for a teacher showing this. I mean, of course not. But at the time, the kids were so disobedient. They were throwing chairs and cussing, and there was drugs all around the community. And I needed to have something to get those kids' attention. And this got their attention. And then they always wanted me to share with them some type of scary story. And I would give them something, you know. But never the intensity of this again. I was so embarrassed after it was all over. I look back, I'm like, why did I do that? And I have teachers who still make fun of me because I showed Cujo to a bunch of 5th graders. But anyway, I got this. But let me tell you this. Look at this. I found the soundtrack of Cujo at For Your Entertainment. Look at that alone is scary. That alone. Oh, look at those teeth. Cujo, it really did a number on me when I first saw it. So we're gonna have an unboxing. It says that it is Bone and Blood Spatter Vinyl Edition, limited to 500 copies. Look at that. FYE, For Your Entertainment. Now, I don't remember the soundtrack. I haven't watched the movie in a long time, so I'm gonna open this. This is an unboxing of Cujo, the soundtrack. Limited to 500 copies? Does it say what number this is? I don't know. I don't have time. Okay, here we go. But I'm gonna keep this wrapping. So let's look at this vinyl for the first time. Me and you together. Taking it out. Ooh, it looks good. Ooh, yes. I can tell already. Woo! Beth at B-Side, at Red Rum Records, do you have this? Look at that. Oh, man. Should I play this before I go to bed? I'm not really a scary person when it comes to watching scary movies. I don't get scared at night. Well, sometimes I do. But it goes by my mind so fast, I don't really think about it. But look at that. Oh, look at that. Cujo. When did that movie come out? I'm thinking it's like 81. Let me ask. Alexa, when did Cujo come out?
The book Cujo was published about 40 years ago on September 8, 1981. The film adaptation was released on August 12, 1983.
Wow. See, I love the 80s. I love the 80s. I knew it. But isn't that wonderful? Look at that. I can't wait to play that. I'm going to play this tonight before I go to bed. I sure am. Yes, I will. Cujo. The soundtrack. Woo! Wow. This may be a thumbnail. Hold on, let me see. Oh, let me do a scary one. Yeah, that'll do. I love that. Okay, then I went shopping for some furniture at this antique store, and they had boxes of records everywhere in the store. And I was looking through some of the boxes and I was not impressed. And then as I was paying for some of the furniture that I purchased, or that I wanted to purchase, they had a box of albums right by the purchase place, or the cashier place. And I looked, and man, look what I found. One of the best live recordings ever recorded, which is Sam Cooke live at the Harlem Square Club in 1963. People, this is by far, to me, outside of the gospel realm, this is in the R&B realm, this is probably the best live recording I've ever heard. And this is Sam Cooke singing before his people, singing before our people, black people. He didn't have to fake it. He took it all the way to black church with this. He was singing so hard, I wondered if he had a voice after it was over. So good. He was shouting. He was getting the people involved. Man, what an awesome, awesome album from 1963. And people, when I tell you that this is in prime condition, it is. It is. I mean, sometimes that's what I love about vinyl collecting. I mean, sometimes you can find stuff, for me, well, maybe for all of us, you'll just be going to a store not even intending to buy vinyl, and they'll be selling vinyl, and you'll find something that you've been looking for forever. I've been looking for this forever. I tried to get a new copy, but this will do because it sounds just as good and looks just as good. It's not a reissue. It is the original, and it sounds marvelous. Sam Cooke live at the Harlem Square Club in 1963. And finally, I've been on this kick of loving Little Richard and his story of how he was born in Macon, Georgia, and left Macon, Georgia to pursue a career in music, and he did it, and it was successful. This is, I think, his last recording on Specialty Records. It's called The Fabulous Little Richard. I listened to it today. To me, it doesn't have the same spunk as his debut album, which features Tutti Frutti. But just to have it, it's very good to have. You know, I feel, I was happy to see it. My first reaction was joy. I was very surprised to see it here, see it there, and it is on Specialty Records. You know, and Specialty Records did Little Richard very wrong, and he was in a lawsuit with them or the companies that bought Specialty Records, and it was just a big ordeal. But he has a legacy that will live on, and many people will probably disagree, but he says that he's the king of rock and roll. And, you know, there's Elvis, there's Chuck Berry, there's Fats Domino, there's so many people who were the foundation of rock and roll. And Little Richard says that rock and roll is nothing but rhythm and blues up-tempo. And hey, or it's blues up-tempo. I don't know which one is rhythm and blues or blues, but it's just an up-tempo version of music that was before. So if I'm wrong, please put it in the comments because I'm not editing this video regarding that. People, I'm so happy to have this, so happy. So if you have not, first of all, if you have not checked out For Your Entertainment, a store that sells DVDs, albums of all kinds, used and new, a lot of novelty records, and other things like t-shirts and hats and so forth. Check it out. Check it out in your local For Your Entertainment stores. And keep spinning that vinyl because I'm going to spin Cujo tonight. As always, with music. Be inspired and stay inspired.